What's going on, y'all? Jimmy Macro, Marcus Cash. Time for the January 8th edition for the All Elite Recap. I still hate that name. I'm trying to think of how I felt about it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I love things about it. I felt like it was better on paper than it was in actuality. A couple of
It was a bit overthought, will be my synopsis
yes and yes
of it.
I agree. So started with what was the first thing?
Are we going to do this in order?
Shouldn't we? Or you want to start with the big thing first?
No.
What kind of order do you have, Bish?
In order of remembrance.
Okay, go ahead.
Big thing last though. I do want to start off by admitting I can eat crow.
Okay.
Because I don't admit that very often. Granted, I don't usually have to. Sammy Guevara was actually pretty damn good this week. Had a pretty fantastic match, and I have been ripping on Sammy G since this show has been put on the air.
Fantastic match? That's strong.
Compared to everything else I've seen Sammy do on TNT, I'm not talking all out or all in or all on the side.
Absolutely.
But in terms of things I've seen Sammy Guevara do on TNT, that's been his best outing.
Probably definitely his best performance.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his best match, because what about the tag team match? Well, I don't know what he did in it. I'm talking about his best performance.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
He's made me eat a little crow, so I guess he tunes in and watches this too. So
Absolutely.
More of you should.
I gotta be honest, I liked the match, and I was thoroughly looking forward to it more than anything else this week. I was slightly disappointed with the women's title match.
I was heavily disappointed with the women's title match.
I was disappointed with Rio and Statlander. Now, let me be clear with people who are not to blame on this list. Statlander wasn't to blame. Rio wasn't to blame. Brandy wasn't to blame because she was amazing on commentary. What was the spot she did?
Stupid.
Fucking Statlander did that fucking delayed suplex from the top rope, and then she accused her of showing off. And then she hit her head on the suplex.
Yeah, stupid.
That's what you get. Stupid. Brandy's fantastic. It was just overbooked. I get what they were going with, but it should have ended with the interference. I felt like doing stuff after that was kind of...
In any other place that's a double disqualification, which I get, you don't want the fans ripping you for being all WWE like whatever, but when has there ever, it wasn't announced as no disqualification, so when has there ever been a match that just continued on after outside ruffians come into the match and trying to lay you both out?
Where was the referee?
Well, it was Bryce, so he was off being ridiculous.
I was going to say, now you make your referee look bad, but...
It's Bryce.
Can't get no worse than that, motherfucker.
He's his second favorite referee on the list.
How many referees they got? 4? 5?
Aubrey, Bryce,
Other ball guy.
Rick Knox, or occasionally Earl Hebner, I think. I think that's it, really.
He's 4th. Pending a 5th one, in which case he'd be 5th. I love Statlander. I get how they want to protect her in this loss. I'm just bothered by it. Go with double DQ. Go with the no contest. Go with fucking something or another. I don't fucking know. Oh, whatever. You protected Rio. You protected Statlander, but you botched the match.
Yeah, or if you're gonna allow the interference, just clearly the bigger issues of Nightmare Collective is Statlander. Just have Kong lay Statlander out, have her lay Rio out, and have her throw Rio on top of Statlander. Done.
I don't hate that. I thought Kong took a lot more bumps this episode.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't want to keep protecting Kong if she's not going to be having major singles matches.
So then have Mel do it.
Mel
We already took her second half of her first name and her whole last name.
Mel's going to be the one taking the bumps, especially next week when she's going to have a match. Which I'm very interested in seeing. What? Statlander Rio against these people.
Yeah, well, Kongs are going to be wrestling anything, and I gotta be honest, I just don't know Mel.
Oh, so what are you looking for? What do you know her?
It's going to be a glorified handicap match for starters.
Oh, come in, those people around. Then leave. Fucking just let me take the bumps. Come back and beat some up.
Just sour taste in my mouth, because that should have been a fantastic match.
I like Baker, Britt Baker, just chilling at ringside.
Yeah. Oh, we're going in? Milan's going into the ring? No, not me.
I'm going to continue to drink whatever the fuck this drink is. She was fantastic.
I want none of that smoke whatsoever.
Speaking of the booking, they then had another segment full of interference. Anyway, with Sammy and Christopher Daniels. Daniels, I'm in love with because he fucking just goes all out on every gimmick he's ever had in life. He gets the upper hand, he's going to be Sammy, and then less talented Lucha Brother.
Uncle Theo. Theo Pentagon.
Shows up and is like, yeah, show me what you've been doing. Show me.
It's a good Pentagon.
It's not terrible, I thought. I assume he's just being a dick. Because if you really wanted to see it, you should have waited. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Seems pretty simple.
Sammy gets a cheap win.
Which I don't mind. I don't mind Daniels taking the loss. I just don't want those two matches back to back.
Touché, but things being way too close together seem to be the theme of this episode.
Okay.
But yeah, they had
Dark Order come out.
Yeah, Dark Order comes out.
Cut the promo how Daniels is the inspiration. He may not even been a professional wrestler and fucking wasn't for Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, he's the inspiration for Evil Uno. Because I guess they had a conversation 15 years ago.
Yes, he called Daniels one of the best wrestlers in the world, which is a ridiculous lie. He called him one of the best wrestlers of the generation, which is completely accurate. And something else equally praiseworthy, which was probably more accurate, certainly more accurate than the first statement. Looked like Daniels was going to join for half a second, and then...
Kind of hoping.
Me too.
Bring back the Fallen Angel. Or the Fallen Creeper.
It doesn't seem like he...
Or the Creepy Angel. Or call him Creepy Daniels.
I don't know about Creepy Daniels. That's a little creepy.
Creeper Daniels?
Creeper Daniels.
Creeper Daniels.
That's all their names, is Creeper in the front.
You know what? That's a good gimmick.
Yeah.
Creeper Grayson.
But he turned it down, and I don't know where they go from here.
Because he wants to hang out with those two other old bums.
The tag team champions?
Yeah.
They actually got some fucking chants, actually. Fucking, SCU. They finally got some chants this week. They finally cared.
You know why? Because the other two are probably in the crowd, just sleeping.
Have they already given up on Dark Order? It feels like after their vignettes, they had that main event spot, then they were off last week. They had like another vignette.
Yeah, they had to take them off the air because they had to reassess what to do with them.
And now they deal with Christopher Daniels. Now, if this leads to Daniels eventually joining them down the line, it was all some massive plan by him, I'm okay with all this. If not, I'm kind of over it. I'm as over Dark Order as AEW's over Dark Order, and as much as AEW's over fucking Blade and Butcher, apparently.
It's a goddamn shame.
Love the gimmick.
But, yeah, it's, I don't know if it will lead to Daniels necessarily, but I do know they tease some sort of like higher power gimmick, which didn't make it to TV apparently, so there's going to be someone that's leading them, and we've made our own conclusions. I think Christopher Daniels is actually on that list, Hangman, Omega, those guys are on that list also. So,
assuming it's somebody already in the company? That's the swerve, that's somebody we know?
Could be a swerve, or could be the introduction of somebody. Luke Harper got released by WWE recently, so they're saying he might come in as Brody Lee and be the guy that's leading. So who knows where the hell it goes.
I'm praying for Daniels. It makes too much sense. The other thing is going to retire, which actually makes more sense. But he has a match next week, right?
Who? Daniels? Didn't catch that.
Could be wrong. It's happened before. A lot this episode, quite frankly.
Yeah, but speaking of Hangman and Omega, they had that tag match.
Very smooth transition.
Right. Was it?
How?
Oh. I didn't mention him a second ago.
Go ahead. Speaking of them, go ahead.
Alright. Speaking of Hangman and Omega.
Alright. Let's try it again, even more natural. Speaking of.
Yeah, man, and like, you know, we mentioned Hangman and Omega. They had a tag team match also.
Very good match.
Yeah, actually very good. Against Private Party, unfortunately, because these guys just cannot buy a win at this point.
It's a fucking shame.
But I guess, they seem to be back on the horse for trying to make Omega seriously because they realize this guy had he won half of the matches he was in. And I don't mean 50-50, I mean a third of his total matches originally. And then they just had to put him on his hot win streak to bring him back to being Kenny Omega.
I assume he's going to be part of the pay-per-view and then move on to Jericho Andor.
Yeah.
I like the match.
Yeah, it was good. They worked really well together. I really like that V-trigger knee strike with the clothesline combination.
Yes. What's short-haired guy's name? Isaiah?
The one that squeals?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
he's fantastic. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a great seller. Yeah, he's over the top.
He's way over the top, but that's his niche, and he does it well.
As much as I hate when singles wrestlers beat tag wrestlers in tag matches, it's fucking Omega and fucking Hangman, so I'll deal with it.
But also, they were part of that clique, that elite thing, so there's some camaraderie and chemistry there.
But there isn't. That's the thing. That's the gimmick. That they're lacking chemistry because Hangman doesn't fuck with them anymore.
Well, he doesn't fuck with them. That doesn't mean the chemistry goes away.
Let me be completely clear. When there's no fucking going on, chemistry goes away. That's how that works.
You ever not fuck somebody for a while and then you fuck them again? Chemistry's still there. You've never gone back, so?
I've gone back, but I'm just doing my own thing now. We're not a team anymore. I'm here for me.
We're a team anytime I tag you. Not you.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I like the way they're still building this Hangman thing. They had a couple of miscommunications this episode, in a row.
Yeah, very well. That was well done. How they booked that. I think it was 3 of them.
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a blow up because of that third one, but
no, they won the match.
I'm going to hold off on that. They've got 6 weeks of the pay-per-view, I guess.
Absolutely. Then we had Pac attacking
the guy with the oil, Michael Nakazawa.
My prediction is Pac attacks Hangman at some point. And then Hangman comes back and either takes out Pac or he takes out Kenny Omega. I'm okay with either one.
And your potential that Nakazawa was low-key kind of cool with this, and he's turning, and instead of putting oil on himself, his heel tactics are going to be putting oil on other people against their will.
Anyway, zipping along.
Trying to find a heel turn for Nakazawa.
Yes, really. Putting it just fucking sexually assaulting lots of.
To be fair, it was very sexual at first.
MJF.
Always a fantastic promo.
Yes, he is. He gets a lot of heat, and he just lays in it. With zero remorse. I fucks with it. Cut a pretty good promo, which was right after, that's what I didn't like, it was right after Cody had a match.
Yeah.
And then Cody was going to answer the question, but the Great Manson stepped in and said, this guy doesn't make the rules, nobody made him God. So fuck that. MJF comes out because his own promo. Is there a reason we didn't split this up?
They should definitely build it up and have on different hours of the show.
It just felt weird for Cody not to answer MJF's promo.
Yeah, he just had the match.
You were just here.
And then the announcers didn't help. Well, we can't answer because he's gone. How quick?
Yeah.
That magic portal in the middle of the 2 entrances?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you might be in a trainer's room, and there's no TVs in the trainer's room because there are TVs.
Well, there's TVs there. You just can't hear anything because the audio always stinks.
Absolutely. Stop it, Chris. Yeah, I don't like that. I did like DDP coming out, but he spent most of his time promoting himself. He looks fantastic, unlike some other people seem to think. He's got a 63-year-old face. Yeah, no shit.
His face is really bad. His body's amazing. His face is really
He's 63!
He looks like he's been dead for 63 years.
You are preposterous.
I'm saying.
Stop looking at celebrities and Instagram so much.
I can't help it.
All the dog filters. Yeah, you know what? She's not actually a dog. And she looks 40.
Ew.
Nobody to blame except myself. It all goes to shit. I don't know how I feel about the tag match next week.
Yeah. So first off, that's a random. Was it a hodgepodge? Is a word for it? It's a random collection of Cody side friends. You got Dustin, you got QT Marshall, and who's the other one?
DDP.
All right, DDP. Sorry.
Jesus, no respect.
Just a scene out there against MJF, Blade and Butcher. I like that they're finally putting Blade and Butcher with them in practice instead of in theory.
I would have liked it if the two of them didn't just take diamond cutters from a 60-year-old man.
To be fair, Butcher couldn't see anything. He threw his monocle on his way to the ring.
That's fair. You know what? His eyesight was hindered.
Yeah, and Blade just stinks. So
they're already over them, and it makes me annoyed.
Yeah.
They're now. Didn't Edge have a crew of the Edgeheads? They're now the Edgeheads. Like, come on, really? That's their gimmick. They get their ass saved. Fair enough.
Heaters. Well, I mean, you can't Wardlow was a heater because he's massive and hasn't done anything yet, and MJF's not taking any heat whatsoever. So, I guess.
No, we should not do it.
No. It's like my theory, though.
What?
MJF is banging the bunny, and that's why she's in charge of Butcher and Blade.
I don't hate that, I suppose.
You can see it now. He calls her Toots.
Oh, what else is supposed to call it? He's a douche. that's douche 101.
Sweet thing.
Toots, sweet thing.
Sugar boobs.
Come over here, sweet cheeks. Right. Forgot about the best friends in Orange Cassidy. Versus that fucking dinosaur group. Is what I'll call them collectively from now on. Because I don't care. Actually, that's pretty much the summation of my opinion on this match. I don't care. Orange Cassidy's amazing. And that's the end of it. They gotta be doing the heel turn with the best friends at some point. They just continue to get shat on consistently. Yeah, but I feel like the best friends kind of, I don't want to say run their gimmick. But they've been stationary for a long while. You either gotta go up, or you gotta go down, or you gotta go apart.
You can't stay here.
You gotta go home. You gotta go.
I don't want them to grow apart just because I want them to keep hugging. That pan out is amazing.
It is.
Although I wouldn't mind them being heels as that and doing something more aggressive. Like instead of a hug, like they just like come and dap in the middle of the ring or something.
But that's not how heels work. They would tease the hug, then not do it. Boo.
There's some sort of other embrace. How do heels embrace?
You have to get rid of Orange Cassidy, you understand this, right? You can't have fucking heels with Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy can be a heel?
He can be a heel if you're gonna have your heels get cheered.
They're freshly squeezed. It's like day old Orange Cassidy.
They seem to be very against having their heels cheered, which I am completely okay with. MJF goes in. Chris Jericho, who's cheered every night at the beginning, continues to just go in until you boo him. Sammy's naturally booed. I'm with it. So you can't have a heel Orange Cassidy. Oh, he's all new Orange Cassidy's all excited and doing shit.
You know what? Heel Orange Cassidy. He never puts his hands in his pockets. He wrestles, he grapples, he uses his arms for everything.
What do you think about the Moxley move? Jericho and Moxley, main event. Will he join the inner circle? Will he get this for? I'm not throwing them. They're not paying me. Will he take this car?
It's kind of beating a dead horse a little bit.
What, the car or the promo?
Just the longevity of the turn. Like, I personally would have liked for him to have joined the inner circle this week, legitimately, and like cost them a match of some sort, like next week or the week after, or whatever the case may be. There's several weeks out to this pay-per-view, and I think that would have bought you a week or two.
We can't criticize them on time they haven't misused.
Yeah, right. So, I don't know. I would have liked that option to have on the table, right?
As opposed to
not even immediately, because they were dancing around the ring for forever and a day, and then finally, the delivery was fantastic though. Finally, oh yeah, I'm just kidding. Like we kind of got the fact you were just kidding about 4 minutes ago.
You didn't buy it? I thought you bought it.
After a while, after they kept circling the ring the whole time, and they kept like seeking out another bottle because he didn't even know what to do with himself. He's like, "Can I turn yet? Can I turn yet? No, not yet. Keep dragging it."
I liked it. I thought it was fine. I'm not going to criticize them for their use of the next 6 weeks because I don't know what they're going to do in the next 6 weeks. They may have a plan for the next 6 weeks. It could be fine.
Or it could be overthought, like a couple other things in this episode.
You can't have Mox. He's the biggest face in your company. You can't have him turn heel. Even just for a week.
Why?
It's a bad look.
Or he's crazy.
He's not crazy anymore. He's just a badass with a purpose.
Who beats to the sound of his own drum.
There we go. I must give Moxley credit because when that second bottle broke in his hands, he didn't panic. I like the not panicking because this is the finish of the fucking show. He doesn't panic. He leaps from the ring as if he's scared of the Big Hurt, which I like as an idea. Numbers game, I'm out of here. And the Big Hurt sold it well, like he was going to chase him. They cradled Chris Jericho because Chris Jericho just got rid of a bullet.
Fantastically. He lost his friend Chris Jericho in the war.
That's a damn shame. So anyway, what did you rate the show?
Overbooked.
That's a rating?
I guess it is now.
I fucks with it. Same rating as last week.
That's my stuff.
Oh.